Kai's family surprised Songyun after birth. You won't believe their priceless gift. By Star Lens exclusives. The entertainment industry is still buzzing over Kai and Songyun's baby news, but nothing could have prepared fans for what happened just days after the birth. According to exclusive footage obtained by Star Lens, Kai's family didn't just show up to visit. They brought a gift so rare, so emotionally charged, that even Songyun broke down in tears on the spot. And trust us, this wasn't your ordinary new parent gift. The scene that stopped time. The moment happened in Kai's private family residence, away from the flashing lights and the media frenzy. Songyun, still glowing from motherhood, yet visibly exhausted, was seated on the cream-colored living room couch in a soft beige robe. Her baby girl, swaddled in a white blanket embroidered with her initials, was resting peacefully in her arms. The door opened quietly and Kai's parents stepped in, but not alone. Behind them were Kai's elder sister, grandmother, and even his uncle who had flown in from overseas without notice. They didn't just come with flowers or toys. In their hands, wrapped in deep red silk and tied with a golden ribbon, was the priceless family heirloom that no one thought they'd ever see again. The gift that spoke volumes. When the silk covering fell away, Songyun gasped, not because of its material value, but because of what it represented. It was a jade hairpin that had belonged to Kai's late grandmother. The piece wasn't just expensive, it was a generational symbol, passed down to the most respected and cherished women in the family. According to Kai's mother, it had not been given to anyone in decades, the last recipient being Kai's grandmother herself when she married into the family. Songyun, Kai's mother said, her voice trembling with emotion, "This isn't just a gift. This is our way of saying you are part of us for life. This is for you and for her," she added, glancing at the baby girl. Songyun's eyes filled instantly. She tried to speak, but couldn't. The weight of the moment, the acknowledgement, the acceptance, the love, was overwhelming. Kai's emotional reaction. Kai stood close, his hand on Songyun's shoulder, his own eyes glistening. Witnesses say his usually composed demeanor cracked, and he bent down, kissing both his wife and daughter before looking at his parents. "Thank you," he said, voice hoarse. "She deserves this. She deserves everything." For a man known for his confident, sometimes teasing persona in public, this was a side of Kai rarely seen, vulnerable, grateful, and deeply moved. A family moment unlike any other. The baby stirred as if sensing the emotion in the room. Kai's grandmother reached forward, gently brushing her tiny cheek. "She has your eyes, Songyun," she whispered. "And your strength." What happened next sent waves of emotion through everyone present. Kai's father, a man known for being reserved, leaned forward and kissed Songyun on the forehead, a gesture of unconditional acceptance. It wasn't just a gift. It was a declaration. "You are one of us now, no matter what the world says." Why this moment meant everything. For months, the couple had endured relentless media speculation, from baby rumors to unfounded accusations about their relationship. But this one act from Kai's family silenced every whisper of doubt. Industry insiders say the gesture wasn't only about love, it was also about protection. By giving her the jade hairpin, Kai's family made it publicly clear that Songyun holds an unshakable place in their lives. Behind closed doors, what happened after cameras left? After the initial tears and embraces, the family sat together in the living room for hours. There were no publicists, no stylists, no stage lighting, just homemade food prepared by Kai's mother, warm laughter, and the soft coos of their baby girl. At one point, Kai was seen cradling his daughter in one arm while holding Songyun's hand with the other. "I'm the luckiest man alive," he whispered to her. She smiled through tears, whispering back, "We're lucky together." The fans' explosive reaction. When leaked clips of the moment surfaced online, social media exploded. Hashtags like #SukaiFamilyGift and #TanSongyunJade Heirloom dominated the trending charts within hours. Fans flooded the comments with emotional messages. This isn't just romance. This is family, loyalty, and respect rolled into one. The jade hairpin says it all. She's theirs forever. I've never cried this much over celebrities before. What this means for the couple's future. The emotional exchange has now cemented Soo Kai and Tan Songyun not just as a celebrity couple, but as a family powerhouse. It's clear that whatever challenges they may face, they have an unbreakable foundation, not only between themselves but with the people who matter most. And for Tan Songyun, who once admitted in an interview that she feared not being enough for Soo Kai's high-profile life, this moment proved beyond doubt that she belongs, not just in his heart, but in his family's legacy. This was not just a gift. It was history, love, and promise, all wrapped in a red silk clothes. The moment the velvet box clicked shut, Tan Songyun thought the surprise was over, but Soo Kai's family was just getting started. Soo Kai's mother reached into a second, larger gift bag and pulled out something that made the entire room gasp, a hand-painted scroll that had been preserved for over 70 years. On the silk surface was a portrait of a woman holding a baby, the brush strokes delicate yet alive. The resemblance between the painted woman and Tan Songyun was uncanny, almost as if fate had drawn it decades before. This was painted by your great-grandfather when your grandmother was born, Soo Kai's mother explained softly, her eyes glistening. Now it belongs to you for your daughter. It's a symbol of blessings passed down through generations. Tan Songyun reached out with trembling hands, her voice breaking. I don't know what to say. This feels like history breathing in my hands. The room fell silent for a moment, except for the faint sound of the baby gurgling. The warm hum of family energy wrapped around her like a blanket. But then Soo Kai's father, who rarely spoke in public, broke the quiet with a deep, steady voice. You are no longer just the woman my son loves. You are a daughter now. Whatever happens in this world, this family is yours. It was the kind of statement that carried weight, not the casual welcome to the family people say out of politeness. This was a pledge, an unbreakable tie. Soo Kai glanced at his wife, his own eyes betraying the fight to keep his composure. Suddenly, the door to the room opened, and the family's longtime butler wheeled in a polished wooden chest. Everyone turned to watch as the chest was placed in front of Tan Songyun. When Soo Kai's mother unlocked it, the contents left her breathless, a collection of heirloom gold jewelry, antique jade hairpins, and a single diamond-encrusted rattle. This, Soo Kai's mother said with a smile, was given to me when I had Soo Kai. I saved it for the day I'd pass it down to the woman who gave my son the same joy. Tan Songyun held the rattle in her hands, its cool weight almost surreal. For a moment, her mind flashed back to every doubt, every tabloid headline, every sleepless night she had endured in the public eye. And now, here she was not just accepted, but honored. The baby stirred, letting out a soft cry. Soo Kai instinctively picked her up, cradling her tiny form in one arm while reaching out with his free hand to wipe a tear from Tan Songyun's cheek. You've given me everything, he whispered. And now, my family's giving it back to you. But the biggest surprise came when Soo Kai's grandmother, who had been quietly observing the entire scene, suddenly stood. In her frail voice, she announced that she had transferred a piece of prime real estate in her name, not to Soo Kai, but directly to Tan Songyun. The reporters outside never saw this coming. This way, the grandmother said, no matter what happens, you and my great-granddaughter will always have a place to call your own. It was a move that not only cemented Tan Songyun's place in the family, but also sent a silent message to anyone still doubting their bond. She was here to stay. As the camera phones clicked in the background, Soo Kai leaned in, pressing a kiss to her forehead. You see, he murmured. I told you, they've loved you from the start. Tan Songyun smiled through tears, realizing that sometimes the most priceless gift wasn't gold or diamonds, it was belonging. Tan Songyun was still cradling the velvet-wrapped box Soo Kai's parents had given her when the reality of the moment truly hit. The gift wasn't just a piece of jewelry. It was a century-old family heirloom, a jade hairpin once worn by Soo Kai's great-grandmother on her wedding day. The green stone glimmered under the living room lights, but it was the weight of meaning behind it that made Tan Songyun's hands tremble. Su Kai's mother, her eyes glistening, took Tan Songyun's hand. "This isn't just a welcome gift, it's a promise," she said softly. "A promise that you will always be part of this family, no matter what storms come." Su Kai stood nearby, watching silently. His usual confident composure was gone, replaced by something raw and vulnerable. He reached out, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "They've never given this to anyone before," he murmured. "Not even my sister." The air was thick with emotion. For months, whispers had circled about whether his family truly accepted her. Tonight shattered every doubt. Even the baby, nestled in her crib, seemed to sense the gravity of the moment, her tiny hands curling as if holding onto the blessing bestowed upon her parents. Then came the unexpected. Su Kai's father, usually stoic, stepped forward and placed a small envelope into Tan Songyun's hand. Inside was a deed to a quiet countryside home, surrounded by sprawling gardens. "For you and our granddaughter," he said simply. "A place to escape, to breathe, and to remember that love always comes first." Tan Songyun couldn't stop the tears. This wasn't just acceptance, it was a declaration that she truly belonged.